All right. We're live. We are live. Good morning to anyone joining. All right, let's check the news today. Let's check the news. We had unemployment claims at 8:30. That didn't do anything. We have existing home sales at 10. Sometimes that does something. Most of the time it doesn't. So I don't think that'll do anything. So that is it. Just existing home sales at 10. That's all. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning so far. Ooh, it's gonna be 71 degrees here today. Wow, that's warm. That is warm. It's finally becoming a little warmer around here, up in Michigan. That's nice. We got 4 people in here so far. People must be sleeping this morning, sleeping in, or off to work. Got a busy day at work. What was I gonna say? I'll wait for a few more people to join before I talk about the update, and where we're at with that. But Apex, remember, 90% off ends at like midnight tonight, so keep that in mind if you want some cheap accounts. Yeah, okay. NQ Trader did very, very well last night, guys. I can show you here. Let me move this over a little bit. Yeah, on 102 brick size, NQ Trader made just under 4,000. So it started off the evening with a loss, and then we had a lot of wins in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row, then another loss, then a win, then another win. I think that was it. So a couple losses, but a lot of wins. And I think in our settings we have 3, 2, 1 for the contract. So we started with 3. So still good. With one contract, that would have been, you know, a third. So about $1,200 or so on one contract, which is good. Let me make sure the SBS is turned on. I think we actually disabled those yesterday, so we will turn those back on this morning. Yesterday was a very odd day. We still capitalized on SBS. Oh, yeah, folks. Alright, market opens in 5 minutes. Again, we're just chilling. Alright. No stress. No stress. Botfolio's not in any positions right now, so we're just waiting and chilling. If you guys have any questions, feel free, let me know. Alright. Once the market opens, hopefully a few more people join, I'll update you guys on where we're at with the current SBS and NQTrader update. I don't want to repeat myself, so. Yikes, we got a small group today. Market opens in 2 minutes. Okay, I'll just tell you guys about the update. So, SBS update, we are really gonna try and get it released this weekend, so you guys have it for next week. Everything's been running smooth on our end, so that's the plan with that. And taking a little longer just because Ben's been really sick this week. He was at the hospital yesterday, so it's taking a little longer than usual, but we are pushing, trying to get it out this weekend for you guys. Okay. Same with NQTrader, same thing. So taking a little longer just because Ben's been in and out this week. but we are trying to get it out for you guys. So trying to make some videos just so that when we do release, it all makes much more sense, and you guys have less troubles with it. So we're taking a little more time to try and make it more cohesive and everything when we do release it. So the update is for SBS and NQTrader. It'll have NQTrader will added buttons and trail stops, and then SBS we added a min and max stop loss. So like if you don't want the stop loss to be too small, you can put that in, or too big, you can put that in. And then also added indicator things, so you can kind of say, I want to have SBS take longs and we're above the 200 EMA, shorts below. But that's a little tricky because it's not like a drop down menu that you guys can just select. It'll, there's a few steps that you'd have to do. So we're trying to make videos detailed on how you can do that. So it's not it's not complicated, but it's not easy. So we're trying to just make videos so that you guys can do that. And you can do that with any indicator. That's why it's a little trickier, is we're giving you guys the choice to use any indicator. So we're live here, so another minute until SBS can trade. So we just swept Asia highs on NQ. ES is moving up to Asia highs. We're not quite there yet though, so there is a bit of a divergence with that. So just a heads up there. Is a slight bearish SMT with NQ and ES. We're just waiting. Botfolio was in no positions today. Yesterday was a overall break-even day, but we were up. We were up Wednesday, or sorry, we were up Tuesday evening. So going into Wednesday, it lost a little bit Wednesday. So overall net break-even on the day. A little confusing, but. Big engulfing candles going on right now. A lot of lot of movement, but a lot of chop so far. Actually, not that much movement. Only 35 points or 40 points. We're in our first trade of the day here. 42 range pattern 2 is saying longs to the upside. So not a huge fan just because we're in a tight range right now, but hey, oftentimes the bots know better than me, so we will see. The pattern 2s usually are fairly good trades. TP is about 25 points away, stop loss about 25 points away. It's like moving down a little. It's just kind of choppy right now. It's not good momentum right now, that's for sure. Still hovering. We just got a 32 range normal entry. That's a pretty tight stop. That one's 14 points. I think I have it set to 15 points minimum, but because of the slippage, or if you had no slippage, it would have been eligible. So still in though. We actually, did we lose this first trade? I think we lost this. Yeah, lost. We got limit ordered in on another trade on 42, and that one ended up winning pretty fast. Now we're in a short. 32 still on the long, so we're getting a lot of trades here on the 42, and that's usually not good. That means we're chopping too much. So I would suspect that would stop out in the 42. Hit full TP on 32. That's what it's looking like. 2 points. Full TP is hit there on 32 range. So $700 there. I might turn that off for the morning. I think we will. One and done on the 32 range plus 702. And that happened after 935. So if you guys are trading 32 range, you guys should have caught that. It's 935. So I'll post that in the group. Calling it there with 32. We still have all the other charts going. We've already gotten 3 trades. 3 trades today on the 42 range. That's a lot. In just a 2-minute span, 3-minute span. We are chopping inside of 40-point range right now. Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's set a full TP here for 42. Set a full TP there. 42, come on. We hit break even there. Don't trail us, come on. You're right there. You got 2 ticks away there. Don't pull back on us after getting, okay, there we go. So first TP hit there, trail's pretty tight, so. All right, Mr. 42, are we gonna hit full TP here, or are we gonna stop us out? We're up 40 points there. Or you can always flatten yourself if you want. I usually am more hands-off with the Autotrader, but you can if you'd like to do that. Still in the 42. Looks like we're going to get stopped, though. Just a couple points away. Okay, we're still pushing there. Still pushing the 42. Cameron just said he didn't get the 32 range. I will refresh my data once this trade is over. Okay, are we gonna hit full TP there? Really close. We just hit about 2 points. 1 point. There we go. Full TP there. Let me reload all historical data really quickly. Alright, we're reloaded. Everything's still on. So yeah, this 32 range, maybe we wouldn't have gotten. No, I think it was from here or something. I think it all looks the exact same as it did. Refreshed my data just in case, though. I think it's all good on my end. We are starting to pump now. Really expanding, up 100 points on the day. Pretty decent morning so far. Not the worst. We've had a few full wins, so can't complain. Cannot complain. It is pumping right now, isn't it, Tom? It is pumping. Since we have a few more people in here, just heads up again where we're at with updates. We're gonna try and get it out this weekend. Ben's been in and out of the hospital yesterday. He's pretty sick, I think. So we're trying to put everything together, and hopefully sometime this weekend we can get it out to you guys, okay? For NQ and SBS. And Apex 90% off sale ends this evening at midnight. So you have the rest of the day, 90% off. You can use my code. Okay. I'll put it in the chat. Code. There, 90% off. I don't think Botfolio's anything. I'm gonna double check. Botfolio is in a MES long actually from 5424, or sorry, 5405. Just pretty good. Just that's the only thing that's in though. So. What else? What else? Wow, we're still pumping here, guys. Still pumping. Up 135 points since the open. SBS doesn't really take trades like this. I'll tell you what though, NQ Trader does. NQ Trader took a couple more trades, one more trade since the open. This was a trade actually at 928, so right before the open it took a short on the way up and actually won. So we're up 4,300 on the day with NQ Trader. That's trading 3 contracts, so 1 contract, obviously divide that by 3. Still though. Excuse me. Botfolio, extremely consistent. Yeah, Tom, I would say everyone's end goal with the automation should be Botfolio, and I say that with the least amount of bias I can. You know, everyone's end goal should be Botfolio, in my opinion. It's been consistent because it's on the uptrend of its equity curve right now. So far, though, from January to March, it was in drawdown from about, so if you had a $50,000 account, it would have been in drawdown roughly 50,000. You probably would have had 42 to 43,000 on your account, right? So you would have lost $7,000-8,000 probably of your account balance. Since then, it's hit the upslope of the equity curve. And again, it's built to never have more than 20% drawdown, which would be 10,000 loss on a 50K account, right? But it's now on the upslope. And since then, it is up now 35% on the year. So 35% on the year. So in the past month, Botfolio is up roughly $16,000 to $17,000. And that's trading based off of a 50K account. So on the year as a whole, it is up, around, well, I'd have to double check, but it's up about 30% on the year so far. Actually, no, it wasn't down quite 70,000, but it was down about 10 to 12%. So But again, that meets within the requirements, and it's built for the long term, right? Last year had no more than 20% drawdown again, and had 96% returns on a 50K account. So that's 50K cash live account. You would have made about $48,000 last year with Botfolio. And then you obviously scale up. Once you hit 100,000, you trade 2 contracts. Once you hit 150, you would want to trade 3, right? And you can slowly bump up, and that'd be the goal, right? So within 5 to 7 years, you have, a $500,000 account, and you're making 6 figures a year from that. So that is kind of the scaling plan for Botfolio. And again, anyone who has SBS or NQTrader, your end goal should be to move to Botfolio if you can. They're completely different, but Botfolio you only check once or twice a day, 5-10 minutes takes, and that's it. I mean, I wake up in the morning, check it, I match my positions, I leave it the rest of the day, I check it at night when the market reopens at 6 p.m. and that's it. So, but I appreciate you saying that, Tom. I appreciate you saying that. I can't share the actual strategies, Karen. How they differ from SBS, it's completely different. So SBS is one strategy, right? And it trades mainly just NASDAQ, right? That's what we do, one strategy. Botfolio is 32 unique and different strategies. It trades ES, NQ, crude oil, gold, and Bitcoin futures. So it's a little more diverse, and I had it made by a professional portfolio creator who has some very high-tech software. I'll tell you, he costs a lot of money, and he's built portfolios like Botfolio for hedge funds, money managers, just very big people, right? So that's how Botfolio is good. So but yeah, at the end of the day, Botfolio should be the end goal. And again, it costs $3,900 a year, but in the past month it's made about $16,000. So obviously it depends on when you start, right? So if you start at the beginning of the year, you wouldn't be up quite as much. You still would have covered your whole yearly expense already. That's for sure. You'd still be up about 30% of the year. But if you started a month ago, and you start right on the upslope of the equity curve, you'd be up, a lot, right? So you would have covered lifetime subscription just in the past month. But yes, Tom. So we're gonna have it hopefully set up to where all you do is you would have to purchase the VPS, which would be about $70 a month. We would give you instructions. We'd give the VPS provider instructions. You would say, hey, I'm with Botfolio. Here's my name. Can you preload this stuff for me? And then you'll pretty much wait an hour or two. The VPS will preload everything that you need for Botfolio on there. You log into the VPS, and you have everything you need. So all you do is log into your TradeStation account, enable the strategies, right? It's not much to it. So you know what happened if Botfolio, I haven't know if Botfolio would work with TradeStation Global. Just TradeStation. Yeah, just TradeStation. So everything's built for the TradeStation code, and only TradeStation. So TradeStation is a very, very good, very stable platform for algos. So What happens if drawdown gets close to 20% or past 20%? Well, it's coded to not ever draw down more than 20% with 95% confidence. So that means obviously we can't always predict what's going to happen in the future, but pretty much that's saying since we've had the bot built, so it's got 13 years of high-end data, it's never had more than 20% pretty much. And again, it's not going to lose 20% in a day unless something crazy happens, right? That would never happen. Well, I can't say never, but the odds of that are slim to zero. No more than 12% drop when it exceeded that more than 2 times in just 1 year. Well, yeah, I mean, we can't predict the future, right? But it's built with 95% certainty that we won't dip more than 20%. That doesn't mean you won't. It means we're very confident that it won't, right? We can't promise anything. I'll tell you, I ran from January to now. It's only had about a 12 to 15% drawdown. And the biggest red day I've had with Botfolio since I've started running it was about 3,000, which is a outlier day, right? The average losing day isn't that big, but the biggest winning day was just last week. It made 10,000 in a day on a 50K account, trading 1 micro per strategy, right? Because it does swing trade, it does day trade, but again, it's all about expectancy and how it averages out over time and over the year. Well, it hasn't been live tested because 13 years ago I was like 10 years old. But it has been it's not like a NinjaTrader back testing, because NinjaTrader back testing some people think is inaccurate. The guy who built it has very high-tech proprietary software to literally have the most perfectly accurate data you can have. So yeah, Karen. So that's true. Running live since January. Yep. But yeah, last year 96% returns on a 50K. The average is around 70 to 75%. I think in 2022 we had 123% returns. So again, that means you would have made like 60K profit on a 50K account that year, right? So it depends, right? But again, it's built so that hopefully it never goes more than 20% drawdown. Which again, you got to think the market this year has drawn down 30% almost, right? The NASDAQ dipped 30% from the highs, and Botfolio, even though the market dipped 30%, Botfolio didn't dip more than 10 or 15%, and the market is still down on the year, and Botfolio is up 35% on the year, right? So you got to think about it that way. You're taking a similar amount of overall risk for a greater reward. New update, Gabriel, is I can show you. We have indicators here. Okay, there you go. Indicators. So you'll be able to kind of customize indicator. Meaning you could have longs only above 200 EMA, shorts below a 200 EMA, things like that. And then also added this right here, max and min stop loss and ticks, which is, you can put, I don't want to have a stop loss bigger than 300 ticks, and I don't want to have a stop loss lower than 60 ticks. Some people requested that. That's the main thing with SBS update. No problem. We've just been pumping up, guys. Pumping up. So that's new home sales. It didn't do anything. That didn't do anything. Existing home sales, sorry. Wow, guys, we have chopped. We chopped on the open, and whenever we chop on the open, usually there's something big that happens, and we've moved up 220 points. 220 points since the open. Anyone catching these longs? Is Geo in some longs right now? Let's check on Botfolio again. Yeah, so Botfolio is still just in that one MES long from 54.05, so that's up about 35 points currently on that one micro, which is about 200 bucks. Nothing crazy, but again, we'll take that. So I'll probably do a the Botfolio videos don't really get a lot of views, but I will probably do a video this weekend kind of recapping the past month, going over the in-depth how much each strategy has made, and stuff like that. But for the few people who do like to watch the Botfolio videos, most people only like to watch my YouTube videos when I title it like crazy profits $10,000 in a day, right? Because people have they need like dopamine hits all the time. They can't watch like a actual informational video. Most other people just want to see like, how do I make 10,000 in a day, and then leave. So Karen, so I have a bunch of stats in the Botfolio Discord. I think I saw you join the Botfolio Discord yesterday, so I will direct you through that. If you go into the Botfolio Discord, go into the pinned updates channel, and I posted something on April 11th, so about 2 weeks ago, showing how Botfolio is up. Oh, it's okay. I gotcha. My bad. But yeah, pinned updates channel in Botfolio Discord. There's a Google sheet there. You can click the Google sheet. It goes over kind of all the stats. I mainly just updated the percentages. If you scroll all the way to the right, I did post a screenshot of them as well. So you can kind of see the yearly gains. What it was a couple weeks ago was up 21.6%. It's up more than that now. I just haven't updated it in the past 2 weeks because I'm not going to update it every day. So. Of course, of course, of course. Reach out if you guys have any questions with Botfolio. Like if you're hesitant, if you want to join but you're a little hesitant, reach out. I can help show you more information if that's what you want, whatever you need. All right, but I can promise you, at the end of the day, you guys are gonna want Botfolio over anything else. Okay. I think we're gonna give it a few more minutes here, but I think we're gonna be done for the day with SBS because we're up so much. There's actually, we might just call it now. There's no potential trades for a long time because we've just been straight up. All right. So again, SPS doesn't take trades, and we're just going straight up. So yeah. And Trader caught a few more trades though, a couple more trades. We're gonna turn that off, I think. Yeah, we're gonna end it. Okay, so it's a shorter stream today. 32 range up a lot, 48 range is down one trade, which I don't really care about. No one needs this 48 range. 42 range MNQ break even. I think 42 range NQ is up though, 1 minute flat. Okay. There's no potential trades for like 150 points or 100 points. So we're going to walk away there. Again, reach out if you guys have any questions. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Friday. Apex sale ends tonight. Get some accounts while they're cheap. And I will see everybody tomorrow, guys. Have a good rest of your day.